Hey everyone, how you doing? Jonathan Lipp here from the Big Apple Film Festival. Welcome to BAFF Chats. I am here with Alfredo Narciso and Rebecca Louise Miller once again. Rebecca, once again, is the writer and lead actress in One Day Home, and Alfredo is the lead actor in One Day Home. So I'd like to welcome both of you, and I'm going to first ask both of you a question. First of all, can you talk a little bit about how you sort of developed your on-screen chemistry? Were there a lot of rehearsals beforehand?
Are you sure you don't want it, you're all warmed up? Do you want to start this one? Or I mean, for me, I had to audition for this. So I remember coming into the audition, and it was a Skyped audition with Drew, and so I think we had like spoken over email a couple times beforehand.
We met for coffee once.
Did we?
Yes.
Okay, well then
you don't
please.
remember.
Oh no. Here we go. Okay, tell me how did this coffee date go?
It was great. I mean, I was.
Oh, that's right. Yes, it was before the. Oh, sorry.
Right,
Wow,
it
look at
was
me. I'm
great.
destroying plates. That happened on the coffee date, didn't it? Okay, so we had a coffee. That's right. I remember now.
Midtown.
Yes.
I
at-
left work early to be like, I'm gonna meet with an actor.
and that was me. So we had a little bit of a time to like kind of get to know each other a little bit and kind of riff off of each other, and so like
You
that.
okay?
Sometimes I sleep like this.
It's weird.
It's new. Do you know how long we're supposed to spend on each one?
You have 10 minutes. I read that somewhere.
10 minutes. A bed you keep for 10 years?
I hear it's the most important purchase you can make.
They got to you.
I have no idea what you're talking about. How's that one?
I'll let you know in 8.5 minutes.
So Alfredo, when you first read the script, what attracted you to it? What made you say this is a film I need to be a part of?
I mean, I think everybody, especially in Bedbug Central, New York, has, and I have not actually, but people have had to buy mattresses, and so we've all had like an experience like this, where you're just watching a bunch of people lying down on things, and it's an interesting experience, but also, like people who have bought mattresses, I've also gone through breakups, and so that's the thing that really resonated for me, and like, when do you make the move to move on? Actually, when are you actually ready? I mean, people like tell you, they're like, oh, you need to, however long your relationship was, you need to take half of that time to get over that part. It's this weird arithmetic they do, and you're just like, that's garbage. And I think what I really liked about this film is you're just watching a person who's like, they are where they are, and they're like, you know what, I'm not gonna dwell in this any longer. I'm gonna move forward, and it may not work out. I might get hurt again and all that, but that's what life is. It's not about sitting around and dwelling. It's about moving forward.
Yeah. Something I was thinking about writing it is that the moment you experience desire again is actually the moment you are choosing to live.
Yeah. So, Alfredo, can you speak a little bit about? I asked a similar question to Rebecca before. With a background in theater, how do you sort of make that transition from the stage to film, or have you been doing both for a number of years?
I've been doing actually more film and TV recently, although I just did do a show on stage. But I just make my mugging smaller. That's all. is really what it is, and squatting and all that stuff. So yeah, there you go.
And how is One Day Home different from anything you've done before?
Just in general, how is it different from? I think this was maybe only the third project that I really got to, because she cast me in it, and then I was kind of like, do you have any ideas for some of these other like characters, and then she was just like, oh yeah, I have some ideas, and we talked about it. And I think you'd reached out to a couple people, and then they weren't available. And then I was like, well, let me throw my hat in the ring here, and because I knew some people, and I started throwing out some names, and she's like, oh yeah, that would be really cool.
He was
That'd be
amazing and totally instrumental, and like the film would not be the film it is had we not cast Alfredo.
Oh,
And had you not
please.
stepped
Oh,
up in this wave.
please. Well, but that was a joy to be able to step in then and to like help, kind of cast it, and then they were kind enough to bring me on board as a producer too. So like that, I think that's how this was different. Is I came in as an actor, and then I started to infiltrate.
Finding people who are smarter than you or know more than you, it's just really important, and to be humble enough to be like, this person has a lot to offer. Like, yes, please do that.
Right. Now, what are your overall, for both of you, what are your overall goals and objectives for the film ultimately? I mean, do you want to continue it on to maybe some sort of series, or you want to just do something? What's ultimately the goal?
Should we talk to the creator and ask the creator what her goals are? I was just brought on, so I'm very curious. What are your?
You're a producer now, man.
I mean, I've enjoyed this collaboration, and I would love to, somewhere down the line, have another collaboration, whether it be another short film. I'm being attacked by a piece of fuzz. Whether it be another short film or, a feature or web series or play, anything. It's just great to find great collaborators and then just see where it takes you.
Yeah, I think I've got a couple more things in the docket that need, the stories they fight to get out into the world. So I have a couple of those I need to take care of, and then maybe this will be a thing to revisit. Like, I will always work with Alfredo as long as you'll have me. And Drew and Susan, and like we had like a million incredible people on this set,
Right.
and like so many women in important creative positions. Our editor's a woman, our cinematographer's a woman,
Right.
our production designer's a woman. It was just, it was great.
As far as I mentioned before, I mean, your chemistry on screen was great. You guys together were excellent. Does that chemistry sort of evolve through rehearsal time, or was it immediate when you first stepped in and read sides together? I mean, could you tell right away?
I mean, I felt extremely comfortable with you. I mean, we had a great time when we had coffee, and
You remember now?
I do. No, I do remember now. I do remember now because it was at Coffee Bean. It was
Yeah.
on 49th, and so I remember sitting up in that little area there, and I remember thinking like, it's like we're on like a date, and because we were like, are
was
we
a
right for
professional
each other?
date, yeah.
And it was but that's what and we just had a great time together, which is I think what a good date would be, is just you have a good time together.
It was a great conversation, and plus, like, this is an inherently vulnerable project to bring to somebody and be like, so this is the thing that happened when my heart was broken, and I wrote a comedy about it. How do you feel? And in some ways, like, that's a good jumping off point.
Well, and also too, I think I really did respond to the heartbreak in it. I do.
A lot of people responded to my heartbreak. They're still responding.
No, but you know what I mean. There's that kernel of truth in the short that I understand personally, and I think that maybe that's also what created that chemistry too.
All right, and just so everyone gets to know you a little bit, Alfredo, beyond One Day Home, can you tell us a little bit about some of the other things you've done? I know you were on Broadway, you've been doing a lot of film and TV.
Sure, yeah. Well, Kathy Curtin was in this film, and I had produced another film prior to this with a company that I started called Locus Focus Productions, which is a location-based film company. So we start with a location, and then we write for that location. And so we found an iron warehouse in Brooklyn, and then we did a little bit of research, and then we discovered some stuff that happened on 9/11. And then there was this Polish woman that we wanted to write for it. And right away, Laura Gomez, who was in the company with me, who is in Orange is the New Black with Kathy Curtin, we were like, Kathy would be like perfect for that character. So we wrote that for her. And so then that's how we were able to bring her on board. So anyway, I made that film with Kathy as the lead in that. And we had like Sarah Sokolovic in it, and Mark Burkowski, and Dion Graham. It was, so we have this company, and we're on a little bit of a hiatus right now because everyone's kind of busy. Hilary Bettis wrote that, who writes for The Americans now. So there's that. I've had different film and TV projects that I've been doing that are getting released in 2018, and then I just did a show on Broadway. I did Time in the Conways at the Roundabout Theater. Yep.
Okay. Well, I want to thank Alfredo Narciso and again Rebecca Louise Miller. The film, once again, is One Day Home. Of course, Rebecca and Alfredo are the stars of the film. Rebecca is the writer, and they're both producers as well. So the film, again, One Day Home, is screening as part of the Big Apple Film Festival Women's Filmmaker Showcase. It will screen on Saturday, January 20th at 6:30 p.m. at the SVA Theater on 23rd Street, right here in New York City. Alfredo, Rebecca, thank you so much.